This weekend here, we had a ton of visits. Let me pull my little notepad up here of just the names that were there. And I wouldn't be surprised if I'm missing a few names, but just of how many people visited, okay? We had Roger Carey, Big Rod. We had Najee Harris that was there. They were hanging out with Caden Jones, who has made his 5th visit. He's a 3-star. He's a 3 to 4 star offensive tackle for 2023. He's 38th ranked nationally for offensive tackles. He talked about his visit this weekend, hanging out with Najee and Big Rod, buffing up that offensive lineman. Obviously, Samson Okorola, the pancake king, he was there this weekend, 5-star offensive tackle. Could you imagine that line, boys? Come on. Give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Let daddy eat. Let's go get some love, boys. Big stuff there. Love seeing that. Followed by Jordan Walker. He was there as well, too. Obviously, right now, he's committed to UCF. And when he committed to UCF, I remember, I almost want to go back and pull up the receipts because we talked about this, that Florida said to him, hey, we are still going to actively recruit you. Okay? Actively go out. Oh, it's John Walker, I believe. Not Jordan, excuse me. Actively go after him, and it looks like the activity has paid off. He is a defensive tackle, so it's looking like things might be going in the right direction, especially he commits in the next week or so, I believe, and he just visited us and hung out with all the boys all weekend. So on top of that, Sharif Denson, Bartram Trail, local kid here in St. Augustine, he was there. This guy's made a couple visits now. This could be like his 4th or 5th. He was supposed to go to Alabama. It doesn't look like that went through. Graham Mertz, Wisconsin quarterback, seems to be in heavy talks with Florida. As for him, he was with Wisconsin last year, had 2,100 yards and 19 touchdowns. He was a 4-star prospect coming out of high school, so we'll see how that transitions. What do we know about him? I don't know. We'll see how I could be. To me, Hartman's still on the table. Spencer Sanders is still on the table, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to have a lot of guys with a lot of conversations. I would expect more noise in guys visiting and not necessarily committing, unlike recruiting in high school, right? Where like if they come and hang out for a little bit, it seems like a shoo-in. I feel like with the portal, I mean, look, it could be, but guys are going to visit a lot more and have a lot more conversations. I think visits are definitely more serious because they do only have a certain amount of time, but I wouldn't be surprised if we hand out a few offers to these kids to see what's going to say yes and who's going to come through. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, it's going to be who holds the cards, right? Who says yes first and things like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how that rolls out. Mark Fletcher, 4-star running back. If he were to land, he would be the highest rated running back in our class, just a little bit above Trayon Webb. He has the visit with Miami still. So that never makes me feel good when they got to go do that. But look, the visit was good from what it appears. Sampson rated his visit at 10 out of 10. He absolutely loved it. Jordan Baby Hall was there this past weekend. We also had a 4-star flip. Not necessarily, he's not flipped just yet, but from Stanford. 6'5", 235, Jaden Platt. That would be massive. He kind of gives me Arliss Boardingham vibes. Big, just stature kid out west. Arliss was in the contention for Oregon last year. So it would be nice because Arliss, he was hurt most of this year, Arliss Boardingham. So to have Jordan Platt with Boardingham on both sides of the ball, on both sides of the line, that could be absolutely massive. So that's huge for us to even just to consider. Things are moving in the right direction. Let's see here. Caden Jones is a plan to announce January 7th, so obviously he'll be signing that late signing day, is what it looks like. Fishing says Mertz looking good as a true freshman, hard to judge because of Wisconsin's terrible offensive scheme. And look, maybe that's what Billy sees something like, hey, this, and I've been preaching, he's going to go get somebody that can fit into his system, and maybe Graham gives him that guy. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes, boys and girls. Got 270 in the chat. Let's show some love here. We have the crystal ball for Samson. Boys, I ordered a pancake. I ordered a chef's hat for Thursday. Y'all know the boy got to bring the energy to the stream. I ain't playing no games. I'm bringing all the thunder, all the love. Y'all already know what's going on. Between the hedges, how we doing, Sarah? Welcome to the stream. So, look, the recruiting just energy this weekend was absolutely unreal. And if things go the way that we are planning on them going, that we hope they go, obviously, it could go down as one of the most historic weekends in football, because look, this is the future right here. This entire weekend was Florida football future. All right. And so what I love to do, you guys are on here all the time. We like to play around with the calculator. We like to see what if we get this, and this, where does that place us? And sometimes we count our chickens before we hatch. I remember I was putting Carmani in there like it was a shoo-in, and other guys that have committed now didn't seem as realistic. So it's all about counting ahead, right? It's all about just thinking ahead. Yes, Sorley, great point there. Miami just signed a 4-star running back, which does make you feel good for Fletcher. I've heard good things about Fletcher, but again, there is one last visit. We know what Ruiz likes to do, but I am hearing a lot of noise in Miami that people are not happy. And I know we've stolen some things from them this year already. They're not happy about that. And I wouldn't be surprised if we stole a few more.